I'm on the wrong screen. We are back once again. Obviously, for a Manchester City watch-along against Crystal Palace on a cheeky little midweek fixture. And our boy, the mascot of the show. One moment. Let me move the camera up. There we go. Phil Foden, bro. The mascot of the show. He's starting today. Is he going to score? Is he going to score? That's the question. Because I've got faith. I've got faith in Phil scoring today. Let's get W's for Phil in the chat. This is not even on the hanger straight. I've actually went mad. Sorry. One moment. Yeah, W's for Phil. Yeah, it's not on the hanger straight, bro. I've went mad, bro. Like, I actually thought I was rehanging all my shirts earlier, and then I thought I hung this one correctly, but I didn't. Okay, I went mad, bro. I'm not domesticated at all. I'm not domesticated, apparently. That's how it seems. But yeah, we've got a bit of a wild match day lineup today. Obviously, we've got the FA Cup final on the weekend, so it looks like Pep's prioritising that. He might potentially think the league's done, or does he think that this team is strong enough to go and win today's game? With obviously both teams having their sights elsewhere in the season today. With obviously Palace got a Conference League final coming up, and obviously City have the FA Cup final on the weekend. Obviously, it's a repeat of last year's FA Cup final, which the less said about that, the better. But obviously, going through today's lineup, we've got the fraud Gianluigi Donnarumma in goal, who is not going to claim any high balls. No aerial claims from Donnarumma today. Obviously, Mateus Nunes, Kusanov, Gehi, Vardio, and Nouri at the back. So it looks like we're playing a 5-back. Then we've got Bernardo and Phil in a double pivot, with Marmoush up front, with Semenyo and Savinho either side of him. Which is interesting, man. It is very interesting. I actually don't know how I feel about that. Like, there are feelings to be had about that lineup, and I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Because a lot of players in that team that I want to be seeing play. Obviously, it's very good to see Yoskal back. Obviously, good to see Nouri back in the team. Phil, hopefully he can do something for me. And then obviously we've got Semenyo, Marmoush, Savinho. Never seen them. I don't think we've ever seen those three play up top together. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I don't remember ever seeing those three playing a front three. So yeah, it's an interesting lineup. I'm interested what you guys have to say on that lineup there, because yeah, I think Pep. There's potential that Pep's lost his mind, right? Obviously, I understand why he's prioritising the FA Cup final, because the league's out of our hands. But I feel like if we get thumped today by Palace, then the questions are going to be asked of that lineup that Pep put out. But I do understand why he's done it, but it's one of those things, because I'm of the idea that we need to let Arsenal win the league themselves and not win Arsenal the league. Because I feel like there's a lot more respect in losing the league and by the other team winning their games, rather than losing yourself the league by making it mathematically impossible that you can't win the league. Maybe I'm in the minority of that. Maybe both are just as bad. Yeah, and I'm deep in it too much. But personally, I would rather a team win the league themselves than us win them the league. But again, I might have went mad. Like, I might be deep in it too much. You guys can tell me, Nathan, it's just football and you can relax. But you never know. Man. You never know. It's an interesting game. I'm confident. I want to say I'm confident, but I was confident for the Everton game when we saw what happened there, and I wasn't confident for the Brentford game when we saw what happened there. So it's interesting. A lot of interesting stuff could take place in the next 90 minutes. I still believe Semenyo will come good. Bro, the issue is, right, let me actually talk on Semenyo right now. Let me actually have a little talk about what goes on with our wingers, right? And this is exactly what happens, right? We'll get wingers, right? The biggest example I'm going to use right now is Riyad Mahrez, yeah? Riyad Mahrez was actually vastly disliked by a lot of the fan base when he was at Manchester City. Obviously, he took that penalty off of Jesus at Anfield and ballooned it. And, a lot of the fan base would always say Mahrez is inconsistent. Mahrez isn't as good as Sane. Mahrez isn't as good as Sterling, you know, they'd say all this stuff about Mahrez, but Mahrez was still pumping out consistent goals and assists, and he also had extreme technical ability and was very good with the ball at his feet. Maybe he didn't always make the right decision, but he was a maverick, you know. He was an entertainer, and he was also bringing good goals and assists, right? But he wasn't really too heavily rated by a lot of the City fan base, right? If I remember correctly, I remember him getting a lot of hate, right? But then we move on to Grealish. Right, after Mahrez leaves, after treble in the season, we have Grealish and Doku. Everyone's going, oh, these guys aren't giving us good enough output. Where's the output? Where's the goals and assists? Where's the goals and assists? Right, and we've been having that even with Savinho last season, Savinho this season. You know, at the start of the season, we're like, oh, we've got Oscar Bob, we've got Savinho, we've got Doku, but none of these men are putting out goal involvements. Where's the GA? Where's the GA? So we go and buy a GA demon, right? We go into January and buy a GA demon, someone that's already got a good amount of GA for Manchester City since January, but because he's not good with the ball at his feet, because his second touch is always a tackle, right? Everyone's like, oh, why is he not good on the ball? Why is he not good on the ball? Why can't we just have a winger like Riyad Mahrez that can be good on the ball and give good GA? And I'm thinking to myself, bro, none of you even respected Mahrez when he was here. So, like, I don't want to hear it, yeah? When it comes to City players, City fans talking about wingers, bro, I tune it out every single time. When our fan base is talking about wingers, I mentally clock out of the conversation because it's the most spoilt brat behaviour I've ever heard. So, yes, Semenyo is absolutely atrocious on the ball, right? There's no other way of putting it. He is absolutely atrocious on the ball. But he also gives us something that none of our other wide forwards can give us. Because I'm pretty sure he's got more goals than all of our wingers combined this season for City. No? I'm pretty sure that's true. Let's have a little look. Now, let's actually have a little look at the statistics, shall we? Shall we have a little look? So let's look at Semenyo, right? Can I sort it by club? Stats by club. Right? So Semenyo has 8 goals and 3 assists for City, yeah? 8 goals and 3 assists. Let's remember that, yeah? Let's remember that. Right? Let's actually remember that, yeah? Because Savinho, Mr. Savinho, has... That's not true. I swear he does have a goal. Is that just league? Am I going mad here for a second? Sorry, I might be going mad. Give me a sec. My laptop just decided to lag. Savinho has 3 goals and 3 assists, right? 3 goals and 3 assists. So let's look at Doku. I think Doku, I want to say Doku's got 4 or 5 goals maybe. So maybe he actually, okay, maybe he has less than both Doku. Okay. Oh, that's in the Premier League. I want all comps. He's got 5 in the Prem. Oh yeah, he does, doesn't he? So Doku's got 8 goals and 14 assists in the league, right? In all comps. So what I'm saying is, Semenyo has the same amount of goals in all comps for Manchester City as Doku in half the games, and he's got more goals than Savinho in like what, 10 less games, right? So he's given us output, yeah, which is what we've been crying out for as a fan base. So we can't then just turn around and be like, oh, this guy's terrible on the ball, he's not good enough for City, when he's literally giving us exactly what we asked for. Do you know what I mean? Like, am I making sense? It's like, imagine we didn't sign Trafford, yeah, and we still had Ederson as our backup goalkeeper, yeah, and we'd sit there and we'd watch Donnarumma play, and Donnarumma, like, literally can't pass the ball out from the back, yeah, and does what he did against Arsenal for Kai Havertz's goal, yeah. So then we're like, alright, cool, let's put Ederson in goal. And then Ederson concedes 5 shots on his goal and has 5 shots on his goal and concedes all 5, yeah. And then we're like, oh, well, we need Donnarumma in goal. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Do you get the point I'm trying to make? Like, I hope coming across. Just get me, bro. Do you know how much money we'd have to spend on that, bro? I think we'd actually have to sell the youth academy. We'd actually have to auction off the youth academy, bro. I think we'd have to give Barcelona our whole youth academy. And I'm not talking about all the players in it. I'm talking about the facility. Barcelona would get a second youth academy. And I actually don't even think that would be enough. I think we'd have to sell like 50% of the shares in the club to Barcelona to fund that deal. Like, Are we deep in how much money we'd have to spend on that? Like, as much as that is like top 5 side, like him and I'd love either him or Elise, but for him you'd have to spend money that like an amount of money that doesn't even exist yet. Like the amount of money you'd have to spend to get him out of Barcelona, like I don't think it's been accumulated by a single being or organization yet. Do you know what I'm trying? Like, we'd have to start counterfeiting cash to be able to afford to get him out of Barcelona. That's the point I'm trying to convey. Yeah, I think we'd have to spend like see these arms. Yeah, I'd have to sacrifice both of these and maybe one of my legs to get that over the line. That's what I'm saying. Like, as much as it's a dream signing, like there's no way in hell you're ever getting that one to happen. Like, it's a dream. It will never be a reality, I don't think. Honestly believe we're very cautious nowadays with transfer sense. The thing with Wirtz, right, is, and let me actually speak my truth on Wirtz, and I think I mentioned this in a video. I actually do think I mentioned this in a video, so someone might be able to go get a clip of this. But I said that I did not want Wirtz as soon as I saw the price tag, because when you put that price tag on a player, yeah, when you put a price tag like that on a player, like it's very, very difficult to live up to that price tag, no matter what they do, right? No matter what they do. I mean, look at how many players have went for over a million, yeah, over 100 million, sorry, over 100 million, and how many of them have lived up to expectations? How many of them have lived up to that price tag? There's not many. So that's why when I was looking at it and I saw, okay, there's Wirtz, there's Gibbs White. And there's Shirky, and obviously Gibbs White and Wirtz were going to run you 100 mil plus, and then obviously we get Shirky for the 20 to 30 million. It's a no-brainer, bro. It's 100% a no-brainer, right? Would you spend it on how? I probably would. It depends how much. It really depends on how much more PSG would charge you for Neves than Forest would charge you for Anderson. It really depends on the digits. Yeah, it really depends on the digits, because like the issue is anything over 120. Yeah, anything over 120 for a midfielder is crazy, because it's very, very difficult to live up to that price tag, because the best way to live up to a price tag is goals. Realistically, 100% he's 10 times the player that Anderson is. But when people look at these big money signings, right, they judge them on two things: the trophies that they've won and their GA, right? That's why you look at Mbappe, he had mad GA for PSG, but he didn't get them the Champions League, right? So like, you know, same with Neymar, yeah? He has all the GA in the world, but he didn't get them the Champions League, right? But so when you look at signing a player, right? Let's look at Caicedo or Enzo, yeah. Enzo, I think's been a very, very good player for Chelsea, but I will never ever say that Enzo was worth the 110 that they paid that they paid for him. Never ever. Enzo Fernandez, if you copped him for anywhere between 60 and 80 million, then I'd say that he's good. I'd say that he's good, but when I watch Enzo Fernandez, I find it difficult to rate Enzo Fernandez because I know how much Chelsea paid for him. But when I look at it in isolation and I just watch Enzo Fernandez and I imagine that he came through the Chelsea academy, bro, I think he's good. I think he's so good. But when I add the added context of how much Chelsea acquired his signature for, I'm like, yeah, this guy's not that good. And that's my issue with high price tags, because again, the player doesn't choose his price tag, right? So I do find it harsh when I'm criticizing a player and his performances on his price tag, because he does not choose his price tag. But at the same time, if you're going for that much money, surely you've built up a reputation of being, you know, you get what I'm trying to say. Foden starting, we hope he does good, bro. I've been saying this for weeks, bro. I need a good Foden performance. I need it so badly. Oh, moment, that's actually annoying me. That's off center. Give me 2 secs. Is it this one? That's slightly off center. I don't like that. There we go. Yeah, no, I need a good Foden performance. I don't know if I'm gonna get one. No one's ever stopping PSG if they get Alvarez. Man, we need to sign a serious one, bro. I don't know why, but I always saw Alvarez in a Barca shirt. If I'm honest, I always saw Alvarez in a Barca shirt. After Atletico, I saw him as the heir to Lewandowski's throne. But yeah, now PSG have it mad. Like, if PSG win this Champions League, then things may be looking dark for the game of football, because they'll have it all. Like, they'll be doing crazy stuff. But come on, guys, we're like 10 minutes, 12 minutes away from kickoff. Like the stream if you haven't already. Always like the stream. Always, as soon as you click on the stream, make your second click the like button every single time. Every single time. You know? Do you think City should try chat to Enrique post Pep? The thing is, you can try chat to Enrique, but I don't think he'd do it. I don't think he'd come to City. I don't think he'd come to City. Right? And I don't think he'd come to City. I don't think he'd come to City because, like, I don't think when you're a top level manager, yeah, and I think he wants. The thing is, though, right? When I look at it, right, and I look at what Enrique's done at PSG and how historic he's been and how he's going to go down in history of winning them their first Champions League, their first treble, yeah. Is he then going to go to another club where he's just trying to replicate Pep's achievements, or is he going to go somewhere else and do that and go win another team some historic trophies, or is he just going to want to go and replicate Pep again? So that's why I'm really content with the idea that we're going to get Maresca, because I rate Maresca. Is Maresca going to achieve what Pep achieved? Of course not. But do I think Maresca can achieve great things at Manchester City? 100%. 100%. Maybe our standards will have to drop just a little bit. But I think Maresca can achieve great things at City. And I'm a huge fan of Enzo Maresca, believe it or not. I'm a huge Maresca fan. Huge Maresca fan. I actually enjoyed quite a lot of what he was doing at Chelsea. You know, like even Carrick has to be done this. I don't think so, right? I don't think so. And let me explain why, right? So with Carrick, right? Although he's had a few poor results, right? We haven't seen truly what Carrick's capable of, right? And if you've got a good thing in your interim manager, and you're not 100% sure you can go, because what I think they've done is they've mingled with a few top coaches, right? With the fact that it's taken this long for him to get the job, the full-time job, means that United have clearly been mingling and chatting to some of the top coaches, yeah, and trying to secure a signature. So if they can't secure the signature of a top coach, why would you then go and bring in an average coach that's got to introduce himself to the squad, learn how the club works, when you've already got yourself an average, unproven but average Premier League coach who's doing good things at the moment? Yeah, he might not be, setting the world on fire, but he's doing good things at the club. Why would you risk that for someone that's probably the same level of coach, or maybe slightly better? Now, I understand if Carrick was doing horrendous at United, why they wouldn't keep him. But I just don't think there's any point risking getting rid of Carrick and getting someone that's slightly better than Carrick to bring and sacrifice what they've got now. So I think it's smart to keep Carrick until he's shown that he's not up to it, because I don't think he's shown that he's not up to it yet. There's been a few ups and downs, but I do think that he could probably adapt and become a halfway decent coach at United. Enrique never come to see because he's achieved great stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Man. Like he's went and made history at PSG, right? Is he going to come to another club and try replicate Pep's achievements like he did at Barca? Not a chance. That's why I don't think we'd get Enrique. As much as it would be cool to have Enrique, and obviously you'd want to have Enrique at your club, but I just don't think it would happen. Like, even if he was coming to the Prem, I just don't think that's the move he'd make. Personally speaking, I don't think that's the move he'd make. But that might just be me. That might just be me that thinks that. We're going to get some score predictions, though. Let's see the score predictions. I think Pep's 100% going. I think you can tell by, like... You can kind of tell that he's, like, slightly mentally checked out. You can tell that he's, like... You know, he doesn't have much more to give. Bro, Dembele, Dembele could not hack. Let's actually deep it. Dembele is not hacking this league. Is not hacking the intensity of this league, bro. With the amount of games you have to play, Dembele's body is not hacking this league, bro. Let's be so real. Dembele does not have the physical facilities to play in this league. Bro, Rodri wants to leave this league because it's too physically demanding for him post-injury. So, do you really think Dembele would hack this league physically? Not a chance, bro. Not a chance Dembele hacks this league physically. You've gone mad. Mo, you've gone mad. Are you okay? Are you okay? Like, bro, seriously, are you okay? What? No, nah, I'm not dignifying that question with a response, bro. I'm not dignifying that with a response. You've gone mad. You've gone mad if you... Nah, you've gone mad. Nah, you've gone mad if you think that's a worthy question to ask. What's the one winger that realistically you'd be looking for? I don't know at the moment because I don't think there's many elite wingers out there that are going to be, like, realistically available. I don't think there's many, like, top class wingers that are readily available at the moment. I think a lot of the wingers that are available are quite average, right? Average, like, all round, yeah. Like, they might have, like, a standout attribute, but I just think a lot of the wingers from football that I'm seeing at the moment that aren't at the top level are quite average. But obviously Diomande, they're gonna be charging crazy money for him because many top clubs want him. That's kind of the issue I see in that one. And yeah, bro, I agree. Donnarumma should be on the bench, bro. I'm tired of watching Donnarumma play football, if I'm honest. I am so tired of watching Donnarumma play football. I am beyond exhausted of watching Donnarumma play football. I cannot think of anything worse than watching Donnarumma play football. Like, I just can't. I can't do it. It's not an enjoyable watch for me personally. I don't know, some of you out there might be enjoying the Donnarumma show. Me personally, the Donnarumma show is not hitting for me. The Donnarumma show is not hitting. The Donnarumma show is huge L's. Have we got any Donnarumma fans in the chat? If Enrique kicked him out, why did Pep bring... Bro, he panicked, bro. I do honestly think, right, this is exactly what I think happened, right? The club realised that Trafford was not ready when we brought him in. Because let's be honest, right, no matter what we think of Trafford right now, Trafford was not ready when he walked back through the door, right? And we realised, well, we can't play Edison for another season because the whole reason we've signed Trafford is because Edison wasn't good enough anymore and he wanted to leave. But Trafford's clearly not good enough to start in the big games at the moment, which he wasn't, right? We can't have any revisionism on what he was doing, right? What Trafford was doing at the start of the season, right? He was not good enough to play for City when he first came through the door, right? So we panicked, saw that a treble-winning world-class shot stopper was available, and signed him. And now, and obviously these flaws were in his game the whole time, right? Will you be on City Social soon? I don't think so, bro. I don't think I'm on his radar. If he invited me on, I'd be on, but I don't think I'm on his radar. I highly doubt that I'm on his radar. Big up Steven, though, but I highly doubt I'm on his radar. Highly doubt that I'm on his radar. Yeah, obviously, and the Donnarumma, like, his flaws were always there, bro. Like, we've seen all season that, like, he's not great with the ball at his feet and he's not good in the air. But they've just got worse as the season goes on. I think, bro, why are we gassing up this when we have film, right? Bro, because... Nah, that's it. Nah, bro, you're... Nah. That's... Right, you're actually close to holding a quick 5 minute, bro. I'm very close to slapping you on a quick 5 minute timeout, bro. One more stupid statement coming out of your mouth and you're getting hit on the 5 minute timeout. I don't even care, bro. Oh, Ain't Nori's playing in midfield. Oh. I just saw the Sky lineup graphic. Oh. We're playing Ain't Nori holding midfield there. Okay. Alright, if Ain't Nori pulls out a blinder today, and obviously big up Ain't Nori every time. If Ain't Nori pulls out a stellar performance today, I'll buy a shirt with his name on the back. Nah, bro, why am I seeing? Why, bro? What is Pep cooking, bro? What is Pep cooking? Because what he's cooking smells good, but looks horrendous. So how is it gonna taste? Because it smells very, very enticing, you know, very appetizing, but it doesn't look great. Like, the way it looks is putting me off, but it smells good. So how is it gonna taste? How is this Pep cooking gonna taste? Because I don't know. What are we saying? Is it gonna taste good? Is what he's cooking gonna taste good, lads? Because it smells good, but yeah, Silver's starting. The whole lineup on the side of the screen. You know, whole lineup's on the side of the screen. 3-1 City. You know what? Yeah, fair. You know what? Fairs. You know what? I think that's respectable. We'll go with that one. I do have a bet on City to score both halves, so let's hope that's true. Now, Pep, what have you got for me, bro? Pep, what do you actually have for me, bro? I think the Sky graphic is wrong. I think Nunes will be the midfielder. That's also a good shout. You know what I mean? It does. Yeah, okay, no. It looks like Nunes is the midfielder. It does look like that Nunes is the midfielder. I got that one wrong, sorry. I'll start the clock and then I'll read chat, because you know I get annoyed if my time is off. If my clock time is off. Right, we're underway at the Etihad here. Now, I can't lie, we have the most... Bro, I've been telling you this, bro. Like, I've been saying this on stream. So, we actually have one of the worst fan bases when it comes to like, takes on players and being reactionary. Semenyo's just taken another awful first touch. It might be over. I can't believe I was just talking about our fans being reactionary, then I came out of a reactionary statement like that because I watched Semenyo's first touch. Tell you what, right? As much as I love both Marmoush and Semenyo, the first touches we're going to see on the front line today are going to be beyond shameless. They're going to be beyond shameless. But unfortunately, I'm here for it. He's getting wrestled by JP. Bro, you had to deal with that every day in training, bro. How do you not know what you're up against? Yeah, it looks like Nunes is our midfielder. We've got Nunes in the midfield. Nunes midfield shift. Let's go, man. I never thought I'd see the day. Nunes midfield shift. Let's go. I'm so ready. Bernie, what have you got for me? Let's go forward. Into Phil. He's closed down quickly by Hughes, though. It's Bernardo again. Keeping it very nice, simple, passive. And now it's Yoskau. He looks forward to Marmoush and it's intercepted by Munoz. Yeah, I can't lie, bro. Pep's lost faith in Nico G. To be fair, it was not a good... As much as I love him, it was not a good performance against Everton. It was dark. Oh, Brennan Johnson, you madman. Don't do it. Donnarumma, you madman! Nah, Donnarumma Nation, we might be back. Oh, it's offside. But Donnarumma Nation might be back. Jeremy Pino has just played a beautiful... Why is the graphic wrong? 2 secs. Why have Palace got 2 number 10s on my graphic? I've only just noticed that. Give me 2 secs. For some reason, it's got Mateta as number 10 and not number 14. I don't know what's happened there. Give me a sec to sort that out. Give me actually a second to sort that out, because that's actually bugging me. Why did no one tell me that? Nah, L chat. Why is no one told... Like... Why was... Oh, 2 seconds. Why was no one honest with me in chat? Like... Why was no one... Nah, guys. I'm not happy with that, man. Why did no one warn me that the graphic was wrong? Nah, guys. I'm not a fan of that. Why did no one tell me? Oh, big up Isaac, man. Hey, yeah, it's Isaac. Sorry, not doing it, mate. Nah. Big up for you. Big up for you on the graduation and working 11-hour days before college, bro. You need that money. You need that money, bro. I know firsthand. You need that money, bro. You need that money because the studying is gonna get tough for you. So make that bag, bro. Secure that bag. Most reactionary fan base strikes it again, bro. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The dopamine hit, bro. Like, that was a bit of a mad... No matter the fact it was offside, yeah? Like, let's ignore the fact it was offside. That was a mad save. Like, let's not get it twisted, yeah? Like, that was a mad save. Do I stand by the statement I said after he made the save? No. But he made a good save regardless. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, yeah. Nah. Bro, I can't believe none of you told me the graphic was wrong. Yeah, but bro, but let's be real. Does James Trafford have a comb over though? Like, is James Trafford balding, bro? Like that's the thing we've got to remember. Like, James Trafford wish he had the balding comb over, but he can't compete. Like let's be real. James Trafford wishes he had the balding comb over. Like, we all do. Like, we all say we don't. We all mock Donnarumma's hair, but we all know that's like plus 10 aura points with that on his head top. It's a brilliant switch by Gahey. And that's a brilliant no, it's not. I lied. No, it's not. I lied. I thought Savinho just took a demon first touch, and then I watched where the ball bounced to, and it was so over. Oh man, I thought Savinho was about to cook. Nunes. Okay, Nunes, let's cook. Go on, Phil, let's cook. On the press. Oh, we're just going to let Lerma bounce the ball off you for the throw. Which goalkeeper do you think starts cup final? Of course it's Trafford. It's obviously going to be Trafford, bro. He is the better goalkeeper, and he's our cup goalkeeper, so I think Trafford obviously starts. 110% Trafford starts. And as he should. Like, he should be starting today, if I'm honest. Phil. Got Bernardo. No, actually, Oscar out to Ryan. No, he's not. He's went back to Gahey. No, it's out to Ain't Nori. Come on, Ain't Nori, impress me, bro. Ain't Nori, until he gets into the final third, is one of the best players in the team. Ain't Nori in the final third, when it's his chance to make a decision in the box, yeah, it goes a bit pear-shaped. That's a brilliant ball by Savinho to Nunes. Corner, goal kick, corner to City. Short corners, please. Wait, Nunes is calling for a penalty. Nunes wants a pen. I don't think it will be a pen, like. Let's actually have a little look. Oh, yeah. I don't think that's a penalty. Like, cook me in the chair if you want, but like, he's never getting his arm out of the way of that, and it's in a relatively natural position. Oh, we've got Phil on the corner. It could be over, guys. It could be over. Phil's taking the corner. That means it's not going short. Oh, guys, no. No, we're taking the corner into the box. We're crossing the corner in. Phil, please beat your first man, please. You know what? That wasn't a bad corner. That wasn't a half bad corner. Yosko, bring that down. Go on, Bernie. Cross that in. Oh, it's headed out by Richards. Then kind of brought down by Semenyo, but now it's Mateta. Now he gets it out to Tyrant Mitchell. Steaming forward. And then cuts it back to Muñez. And now they go all the way back. You know what? That wasn't a bad corner. Like, credit where credit's due. That's not the worst corner I've seen us take. Go on, Nunes, cover that. Yeah, he's ushered Mitchell out of play. Goal kick. Tell you what. Oh, did Sky really need to remind me of the FA Cup final, bro? Bro, I spent 500 Great British pounds that day. 500 Great British pounds. Well, not on that day, but like the tickets I bought were like 150 each, and I bought 2. So like in total for that day, I spent 500 Great British pounds. That was not a steady experience. Vardio, Ain't Nori. Go on, Ryan. Beats one. And then he tries to go through Chris Richards' legs, but he's able to close him in time and put it out for a City corner. This time out on the left. Can we go short again though, please? It's Bernie out there. I think we are going to go short this time. You got two people marking it short. It looked like Mitchell and Munoz, I think, both of the fullbacks. I could be mistaken, but it looked like both of the fullbacks going short. You got Brennan Johnson marking Yoskau. Bernardo goes straight in. Semenyo gets up, but it's Lacroix that gets there first, and now it's Brennan Johnson. He's challenged and beaten to the ball by Kusanov, and now it's Savinho. Go on, Savinho, lad. Go on, Savinho. Lerma gets a touch on the ball, and it'll be seen out for a corner. Then Savinho takes the corner quickly and short to Foden. Now it's Nunes on the edge of the box. Now it's back to Savinho. Go on, Savinho, lad. Go on. Get a cross in. He does, and it's not great. And now Jeremy Pino can come away with it. His pass to Will Hughes is intercepted by Nunes, and City can mount an attack again. Bernardo, Ait Nouri. Go on, Ryan. Go on, Ryan. Go on, Ryan. Ait Nouri's lost his mind, but it's going to be another corner. Another corner to City. This time conceded by Brennan Johnson. Nah, chat, shall I get the Ait Nouri facial hair? Do you think I could rock that? Do you think I could rock the Ait Nouri facial hair? Corner taken short by Gahey to Foden. Now it's Ait Nouri. Gahey still chilling out on the left wing. Now it's Mark Gahey. Back to Ait Nouri. And he's tackled by Munoz, and it'll be a City throw-in. I can't believe I've just watched Gahey take a corner. Like, I know he took it short, so it doesn't really count, but Gahey has now officially taken a corner for Manchester City. What a life we live, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Gahey has just taken a corner. Now, I can't believe it, bro. I can't believe this 2026 we live in. Mark Gahey on the ball again. Now it's Kusanov. Gahey. Palace sitting in a very, very sturdy shape. Yoskau. Now it's Kusanov. Nunes. Out to Savinho. 1-on-1 with Lerma. And he just about... No, never mind. He got dispossessed twice in one passage of play by Lerma. That was dark. That was so dark. That was levels of spooky we have never seen before. That was levels of spooky I didn't even know existed until just now. Throw into Palace. Nah, that was so dark, bro. I didn't even know it could get that dark, but here we are. Here we are. And that's another throw to Palace. Tyron Mitchell. Mateta knocks it on to Brennan Johnson, and he's in behind. And Nunes just about catches up, but the cross comes into Jeremy Pino, and it's just wide. Just wide from Jeremy Pino. I mean, it's a very, very, very good play from Mateta. Very, very strong number 9 play from Mateta. And Johnson steams back. He gets the cross in just in time. It's a brilliant cross, and it's a good, very, very good block by Yoskau. Very good block by Yoskau. And it's going to be a corner to Palace. Donnarumma, nothing crazy, bro. Nothing crazy, Donnarumma. I don't want you to get any ideas from that West Ham disallowed goal. No, get no ideas from that, please. Where is he? Oh, no. Donnarumma, don't do it, please. Donnarumma, don't do it. Don't do it. Will Hughes on the corner. Donnarumma, don't do it. I will leave. If we can see from this corner, from Donnarumma doing stupidness, I'm walking out of the room. Corner comes in from Will Hughes. Chris Richards heads it over. And Donnarumma stayed on his line. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Thank goodness, man. Donnarumma has finally realised if you stay on the line, it's harder for the ball to go into the back of the net. Instead of just jumping into the mixer for the sake of jumping into the mixer. Like, Donnarumma just wants to get involved in the mosh pit, man. He doesn't care where he is. Is that a Palace throw? Yeah, Palace throw. Or is it City throw? I'm Oh, it is a City throw. I honestly thought Phil took that out, but fair as it came off Lerma. Right, nothing crazy, lads. We've got Gahey now. He goes to Kusanov. Now it's Nunes. Again, not much space. Palace, everyone behind the ball. Very, very disciplined shape. Very structured shape. Not really pressing out. Kusanov. Again, no one pressing him. No one pressing the City centre half. Now he looks to launch one in behind for Vardio, who knocks it onto Ain't Nori. He goes back to Gahey. Now Ain't Nori. Gahey. Gahey crossfield ball out to Savinho. He takes it well, very, very well. Flicks it back to Nunes. Back out to Savinho to go one-on-one with Mitchell. Instead, he goes back to Nunes. Nunes now switches it to Ain't Nori. Vardio gets out there instead, and they both lose the aerial duel to Nunes, but he can only divert out for a City throw on the left-hand side. Tell you what, we don't look like... without Doku on this pitch, we don't know how to create a chance. Without either Doku or Shirky on this pitch, we don't know what chance creation is, like, at all. Like, no one's creating anything right now. Like, we're just passing the ball out wide, then there's a few step overs being hit, and then we're passing it back into the middle, just for it to be passed out wide, just on the other side. Ain't Nori gets the cross in, headed out by Richards. Now it's Gahey. Don't shoot Gahey. Gahey, you're a madman. Gahey, you're a madman. What were you thinking? Why would you do that? Yeah, you've lost it, bro. Mark, you've lost it. Mark with a C, you've lost it. Throw into Palace. Now, Mark with a C has absolutely lost his mind. Mitchell takes the long throw towards Lerma. It goes to Nunes instead. Nunes flicks it over to Savinho. He's dispossessed by Pino, and it's won back by Bernardo Silva. Now it's Mark with a C. Silva. Mark with a C again. Now it's Yoskau. Gahey. It's a foul on Gahey by Will Hughes. It's Kusanov. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Foden. That's a poor pass by Foden, but he's won it back. Now it's Nunes. Kusanov. Nothing crazy. Mark with a C. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Back to Kusanov. Yeah, we don't know what chance creation looks like, bro. Chance creation could slap us in the face and we wouldn't know what it is. Like, this is diabolical. We're actually just recycle possession FC right now. Like, someone create something, please. Hey, Nori, where are your shin pads? Hey, Nori, bro, where are your shin pads? Savinho cross. Oh, and there's nobody there. Nah. Where are your shin pads, bro? Hey, Nori, bro, where are your shin pads, bro? Like, where are they, bro? Yeah, and the shot from Kusanov goes all the way over. What do you think of Munoz? I don't think... The thing with Munoz is, like, he's one of those players that's good, but I think he just is like, Crystal Palace level. Like, I honestly don't believe every player that plays for one of these mid to upper table Premier League teams, they don't all deserve big Premier League moves. And, like, these clubs, these, like, mid to upper table clubs, right? Because they're not even really mid-table clubs anymore. Like, you know, they finish in Europe and stuff like that. Like Bournemouth, Brighton, Palace, bro. They're really good at just pulling your pants down for their players, bro. Because, like, they've reached their level. They're playing at the level where they're going to play at their peak and it's going to get the most out of them. And then they get bought by a big six team, yeah, and it just gets worse from there. Prime example, Jack Grealish. Do you know what I mean? So I think he's one of those players that, like, Palace is where you get the best out of him. And if he takes a step up or down, it's just a long day. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think he's at his level. That's a good pass by Nori. Nice Vardio. Nunes. Savinho. Go on, run at your man, Savinho. He goes back to Nunes. He doesn't run at Mitchell. That's a good pass into Bernardo Silva. He shoots, blocked by Will Hughes. Now it's brought down by Mark with a C for Kusanov. He's getting slightly pressed by Mateta, but there's not much pressure on him. Now it's back to Donnarumma. Also, Liam Delap, that was such a bad... Nah, because the thing is, though, I'm actually sad about that transfer, man, because I actually loved Delap. I loved Delap when he was at City as well. And I really actually wanted him to do well. But his move to Chelsea's been a disaster. Absolute disaster. Nunes. Out to Savinho. Now Nunes again. Now Phil. That's a good touch. That's a good touch, Phil. Keep going, keep going. Out to Nori. That's a good pass. Nice Ryan Nori. Out to Gehi. Now Nori. Still Nori. Oh, and he's hit the side netting. Very, very close to his first Manchester City goal there, Nori. See, you know what? That's what we need, man. There's someone looking to do something. He's doubled up on there. Goes inside to Gehi. And then he gets a bit fortunate on the return. And yeah, he's just a bit unlucky not to find the near post for that shot. He actually has scuffed it a little bit now that I've watched it back. Lacroix. He kind of stumbles on the ball a little bit, and there's wrestled to the floor by Nori. It's going to be a free kick to Palace. I don't know why Nori is complaining. That was the most obvious foul I think I've seen in my entire life. Like, he's proper grappling him, bro. Like what did he actually think the outcome of that was going to be? Like, let's be so real. What did he think the outcome of that was going to be? Henderson, Chris Richards. Is that Will Hughes? It is. Who just bounces the ball straight off Guardiola and for a Crystal Palace throw. Again, I don't think we're playing badly. Just it's just a little terrifying in the final third. Very, very terrifying in the final third. Gehi. Kusanov. Now it's Nunes. Savinho. Kusanov. 20 minutes on the clock here at the Etihad. Still City 0, Palace 0. Kusanov. Now it's Nunes. He goes for a pass inside to Savinho, and it's just over here, and it's going to be a goal kick to Palace. Henderson. He goes out wide to Mitchell, heads it on nicely. And then Pino's pressed, but I think that was Foden. I think he's went out for another Palace throw-in. It has indeed. So Mitchell has a chance to try again out from this Palace left-hand side. This time he goes to Hughes, who launches it into the channel for Mateta to chase, but Kusanov gets there first and sees it out for a City throw-in this time. Taken by Mateus Nunes. Don't go back to Donnarumma, please. Nunes. Forward to Savinho. Flicks it inside to Semenyo. And now it's Tyreek Mitchell. Plays it forward for Mateta in the channel, who was beat to it by Kusanov. Oh, it was offside. Never mind, it was offside. I did wonder why everyone just stopped running there for a second. It was giving us offside. Free kick to City. Nah, bro. Nah, that's it. Nah, Romsey, that's a 5-minute timeout, bro. Nah, that's a 5. Nah. Nah, boys, I told you to keep this guy in check, bro. I told you guys to keep Romsey in check. And you've let him come in here speaking this nonsense, bro. Foden, Savinho. That is a crazy ball to Marmoush, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. Nah, boys, I'm disappointed, bro. Why have you why have we allowed Ramsey to come in here speaking his nonsense? You guys promised me before this stream that you weren't going to let him do that. And now I bet you guys are sat in that group call encouraging him to do that. Poor form. Poor form. Is that a foul by Aït-Nouri? Once again, another foul by Aït-Nouri. Free kick to Palace. Bro, I actually want to see some chance creation, like, please. Like, I don't think that's asking for much. Like, guys, am I asking for too much when I'm asking to see chance creation? Like, am I asking for way too much? Marmoush, win the ball. Bro, what is this, man? Bro, we're not freeing Ramsey. Bro, you man were meant to be doing your job, bro. It's not free Ramsey. You guys were meant to be doing your job. You were meant to be encouraging him. Oh, man. Aït-Nouri wins. Oh, that's Vardy. Oh, sorry, my bad. Is Aït-Nouri playing on the left wing? Is Semenyo in the 10 and we're playing... Bro, who is actually playing where? I'm actually trying to work out like what's going on the pitch and where everyone's been told to be. Savinho inside to Nunes. That's a great pass. He's got no one to cross to though. And then his back heel is deflected. It's gonna. Yeah, I can tell Palace want that 10 mil from Arsenal. It would be very embarrassing for Palace to let Arsenal win the title at Selhurst Park because of a London rival. It would be pain. True. Foden. Foden, why have you went on the outside, bro? You could have just turned and shot, bro. Your job is not to entertain, bro. Your job is to moderate. Yudi, say something like that again, and you're getting banned with you're getting hit with a 10-minute ban if you say something like that again. You're getting hit with a huge 10-minute ban. Nunes. Foden. Oh, bro, can we keep the ball for more than 2 seconds? What is this? What am I watching? We're actually catastrophic in the final third. Like, not gonna lie, the front three we're playing right now as a collective may be worse than Arsenal's front three. I actually think I would prefer. I'd honestly prefer to watch Martinelli play right now than what I'm watching right now. Like, put Martinelli in this team, and I actually think we get gradually better. Not by much. I'm not trying to say by much, but put Martinelli in this starting lineup right now, and things get slightly better. Alright, that is a lie. Put Madueke in. Put Madueke in, not Martinelli, but like put Madueke in, yeah, and we create at least 2 more chances than we've created. And I'm not even lying when I say that. Like, that's a good ball over the top. Mateta flicks it on. Kusanov, please. That's good defending. Good defending. Nice, Nunes. Oh, bro, Phil, do something, bro. Phil, make something happen, bro. You have to make something happen. Vardio, make something happen, bro. Please. Go on, Vardy, or make something happen. Never mind. We're not making anything happen. We're just going back. Yeah, I can't lie. We won't sign any wingers this summer. It's basic 4-4-2. Semenyo don't strike it. I don't know. I guess. I think you might be okay. Aït-Nouri's just committed his 3rd foul of the match, and he just absolutely killed Brennan Johnson. Yeah, that's rough for Brennan. Mo, we're not spending 100 million on Vinny Jr., bro. Please get that idea out of your head immediately. Get that idea out of your head immediately, bro. What are you thinking? That, bro, I can't have you platforming that ideology. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you've gone. Yeah, you're getting hit with a 5, bro. You're getting hit with a 5. You're getting straight hit with the 5. Foden. It's either that or we carry on with on. Bro, Vinny is not serious. Let's be real. Let's be real. What I've watched from Vinicius Jr. in the last 2 seasons is not serious, bro. I can't platform that ideology, bro. Like, that is dangerous agenda to be spreading. That's dangerous agenda to be spreading, bro. Kusanov. Gay. Reaching the half an hour mark, and it's still 0-0, and neither team have created that many chances. So it is actually dark. Like, we've kept a lot of the ball, but chance creation has been at an absolute minimum. Now, Vipes, bro, if you start, you're getting hit with a half an hour, bro. Don't even. Marmouche, that's a crazy first touch. Now it's Gahey, though, to restart the attack. Bernardo Silva. Bro, I think we just need to stop throwing money at wingers, bro. Like, because at some point, we're just going to have spent way too much money on wingers and we're not going to have any success. Like, I think we just need to cut our losses and realise we cannot identify good wing talent. Because, like, if we go and throw 100 mil at Diamonde and it doesn't work, that means we've spent money on Semenyo, we spent 100 million on Grealish, we spent money on Savinho, we spent money on Doku, and we don't have a winger that the whole fan base is happy with. Do you know what I mean? Vinny wants Ballon d'Or, and for the reason he never came to see is to compete with it. That's a fair comment. He doesn't want to be in his Neymar. He doesn't want to be in his Neymar era. Go on, Savinho, lad. Speaking of Neymar eras, let's go into one Savinho. Let's go, Nunes. To Nori. That is a crazy attempt at a pass. It's come off, but the execution on that was mad. Go on, Savinho, please. What? Go 1v1. Oh my god! I might actually turn the TV off, bro. Put me on this pitch and I create more chances than our front three right now, and I'm being deadly serious. That's a nice touch, Phil. That's a good pass to Nunes as well. Go on, Phil. Run the show for me, please. Like, no one is inspiring me right now. Someone step up and inspire me, please. Foden, come on. What have you got for me? No, there's a sideways pass. It was slightly in front of him, so it was a slight diagonal. Gahey. Bro, looks like my bet of us scoring in both halves isn't going to come, because what is this football I'm watching? Nori. Gahey. Forward to Semenyo, who brings it down. Nice. That's a real good touch from Semenyo. Like, I give him shit for his touch all the time. That was a really good touch. We have went backwards as a result, but it was a good touch nonetheless. Gahey's just crossed it in and it's blocked. Now it's Brennan Johnson to come forward. He's blocked off by Gahey. And now here's Nunes. Bernardo Silva. Nunes. Foden. Turn and shoot. What a back heel by Foden! Semenyo 1-0! Foden! Oh man. Let me go kiss the Foden, bro. I'm not kissing the Foden. That's mad. But you get my bro. What a pass, bro. What a pass. I literally just said, someone please inspire me. Foden, please inspire someone to do something in this team. And he's went and done it. Like, he's went and done it. Like he listened, bro. And we're 1-0 up, bro. That's a very, very good finish from Semenyo. But the assist from Foden, bro. The vision. Yeah, he's gone mad, bro. Let's go. 1-0. 1-0. Bernardo picks it up on the right. Goes back inside to Nunes. Nunes finds Foden in the pocket. Oh, the back heel. And the finish by Semenyo. Woo! Nah, Foden. That's for... Nah, Phil, stop that, man. The second touch back heel, bro. And the first touch finish into the far corner, bro. Semenyo's gone mad. Nah, man, that's a beautiful goal. That was a beautiful goal, bro. I asked Phil to inspire me, yeah, and he has, bro. He has. Big up Foden, bro. Now, nothing crazy. Foden's just lost the ball. And now Tyreek Mitchell's about to have a shot, and it's saved by Donnarumma. It's saved by Donnarumma, but that was mad, bro. Like, they cut back to the live match, and I'm just watching Foden lose the ball. Mateta pass it out wide to Mitchell to run onto, and he just rasses a shot straight at Donnarumma. So now City have to defend the corner. So this is the real question. Is this lead going to last? Corner to Crystal Palace. GG, nothing crazy, bro. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Corner comes in. Oh, Donnarumma caught it! No way! No way! No way! Did you guys see that? No way! No way! He caught a cross, Mo! How can I not be reacting? He just caught a cross, bro! Nah, bro. That's mad. He's finally unlocked the cross-catching DLC. We might be a serious football club again. No way. Here comes Will Hughes, who's just done Bernardo Silva with 2 little shimmies, and then he's travellaed it out wide. And Munoz is offside, so it's going to be a free kick to City. So, yeah. Nah, bro, I can't believe that. I don't know what I'm more impressed at. That Foden assist or that Donnarumma claim. Long ball over the top from Bernardo Silva. Lacroix heads it away. Now it's Munoz. His pass forward is blocked by Nori, but it goes back to Richards, who lofts one into the middle, and it's picked up by Bernardo Silva. His pass intercepted by Will Hughes, but it's back to Bernardo. Now it's Nori. Bernardo. Gehi. Yoskau. Bernardo. Kusanov. Out wide to Savinho. Savinho, don't forget the ball, bro. Don't forget the ball, please. Donnarumma admitted his bozo gene, bro. Mo, we're not going to speak too soon, bro. There's a lot of time for him to do something mad. Yeah, and that's a foul on Gehi. Free kick to City. Will Hughes forward to Mateta, who's just been absolutely ran through by Gehi, and it's going to be a free kick. Do you still believe in the title? If I'm honest, no. I actually don't. I do not trust this group. We're sitting on a 1-goal lead right now. I don't trust. I would actually trust us more if we were 1-0 down than if we're 1-0 up, because I've seen too much dark things happen when we've been 1-0 up, guys. Like let's be so real. Like, does anybody here trust this team with a 1-goal lead? Richards has just ran into trouble into Ain't Nori. Now it's Savinho. He's got Marmouche on the right of him. He releases Marmouche. Oh my Marmouche! Oh! Bro, he should have shot. That's a really, really good tackle by Lacroix. Wow, Marmouche, bro. You need to as soon as you take that touch round, I think that was, who did he go around? As soon as he goes around the first defender, he needs to shoot. Oh, that's a really good tackle by Lacroix. Really good tackle by Lacroix. Was it McAtee scored in that game? I think, I do believe, if I remember correctly. I think De Bruyne scored a free kick, or was it Gundo that scored a free? Someone scored a free kick. I remember I was at work for that game, and I realised we won 5-2. Cross comes in by Phil. It's headed down by Yoskau, and it's cleared. Whoa! What a tackle by Kusanov. Now it's Savinho. It's a really good tackle by Kusanov, and now it's back to Phil. Comes Foden. Remember, guys, like the stream if you haven't already, man. Like the stream, like I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, let me get the statistics up right now. We've got 8 people watching the stream right now, and we've only got 4 likes. Like, what's that about? Only 50%. Oh, now it's Semenyo. Alright, he's went backwards. Yeah, like we only 50% of you have liked the stream, bro. Now we definitely scored one last season. Cause I remember I was looking at the stats the other day. I think we scored something like I'll get the stats up in a minute. We'll run through the stats again in a minute. Cause I was talking about how bad our set pieces are. I'll look at them at halftime. We'll look at the free kick stats at halftime. Here's Marmoush, Bernardo Silva. The intensity's been kicked up a little bit by City, and we don't usually see that. Bro, why do you think Savinho's unable to like get into his run of? Oh, why? Well, I should have put him on the 10-minute. Why is Ramsey back? Ain't Nori. Now it's Gahey. He goes for the switch. It's Savinho. That's a good touchdown by Savinho. Go back to Nunes. Nunes is free. Or you're just gonna give Tyreek Mitchell the easiest tackle of his life. Thank you so much, Savinho. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Foden. No, that's it. No. Ramsey's getting hit on the 10. Ramsey's getting hit with the 10. Yeah, no. You both. No, Ramsey, you're going on the 10. You're going on the quick 10. And vibes. That's a 30 for you. I literally told you it was going to be a 30 for you. You're going straight on the 30-minute, bro. Gahey, Bernardo, Kusanov, Gahey, Vardio into Phil. He helps it onto Marmoush. Marmoush turns, shoots. It's went in. Oh my Marmoush, 2-0. Is that another Phil assist? Nah, he's back, bro. He's back. He's back. What a goal. Excellent stuff. 2-0 up just before the break as well, bro. Why couldn't we do this against Everton, bro? Why did we not do this against Everton? Why did we not do this against Everton? Why not? Nah, Omar Marmoush gets his goal. That's 2 in 2 games for Omar. Let's look at this again. So, Vardio gets it out on the left-hand side. Lovely ball over the top to fill in so much space. He just helps it on to Marmoush first time. He shoots and... mate, that pass from Vardio is a joke. Foden's in so much space. And Foden to just whip that one round the corner to Marmoush first time. And the finish as well. Yeah, that's a joke, bro. That's a joke. Nice little touch from Foden first time to Marmoush. Marmoush on the spin absolutely sends Mitchell. You think he's moved away from the goal, but he's hit the double nutmeg. And then the ball's just bounced up off of Henderson's foot and went in. Yeah, bro, we're back, bro. We're back. We're so back. Bring me the FA Cup, bro. Bring me the FA Cup. Nah, Foden, you demon, bro. Foden, bro. I told you, Foden's back, bro. The double Foden assist, bro. It's never been so back. We've never been so bad. The double Foden assist, bro. It's so bad. Oh, man, we're so back. We're so back. Bro, we're winning. Chat, we're actually winning the game of football. Like, what is this? We're winning the game of football in the first half by 2 goals. We've never been this good at this. We've never been this good at football. We have never ever been this good at football. Nunes. Foden. Nah, Foden's in his element right now. I told you Foden had something for me. I told you Foden had something for me. Nunes. He goes for the cross to absolutely no. Nunes has lost it. Why did Munoz put that out for a corner, bro? Yeah, that was... Right, say you get a corner because... I don't know why he's put that one out, but fairs. Now it's Gahey. Foden. He just whips one in first time to Yoss. What a save by Henderson. What a save by Dean Henderson, Foden. And now out to Bernie. Bernie shoot. Oh. That is a brilliant save from Dean Henderson. Brilliant save from Dean Henderson. Really, really good save. Savinho. He goes forward to Monmouth. It does look like Richards is going to get that. Never mind, Henderson came out. And that was a pour from Henderson. Foden shoots! Lacroix was there to block. Now Savinho. Oh, Savinho, you demon. Savinho, what have you got for me? Oh, Savinho, stop doing that, bro. Savinho, I didn't like that. Nah. Foden. What? Not Foden, Savinho, bro. What was that? Bernardo. Now we got Nunes. He flicks it up to Bernardo, and Bernardo just knows nothing about him. Mitchell's just towered above him to knock it down. But now it's still City again. Bernardo. His pass intercepted by Will Hughes, who knocks one over the top for Johnson to chase. Is Gahey going to get there first? No, it's Brennan Johnson. Still Johnson. He goes inside to Muniz, and it's hit away by Nunes. Now it's Marmoush. 8 Nori. Bernardo Silva, Gahey, 8 Nori. He's tackled by Chris Richards, but no Palace. Brennan Johnson didn't respond quick enough. And it is, he did actually, and he was offside. My apologies. He still didn't react quick enough, but he was offside nonetheless. But 8 Nori is down. Hopefully not injured, because I love a bit of 8 Nori. I mean, like, he might not have had the best season for us, but, like, he's been good, like, in my opinion, like. That's a brilliant pass. Nunes, Savinho. Savinho's lost his mind, bro. Savinho's pass in this game has actually been atrocious. It's a brilliant tackle by Bernardo, but it's going to go out for a Palace throw-in with 1 minute of added time at the end of the first half. City 2-0 up. And 2 brilliant Phil Foden assists. Dean Henderson. He hooks one forward, and it's again intercepted by Bernardo Silva in the midfield. Now it's Rayan 8 Nori. Still 8 Nori. He goes to try find Foden. It's intercepted by Lerma. And then the Palace pass forward hits off 8 Nori's arm. And then the ref blows for half-time. So there it is. Half-time at the Etihad. City 2. Palace 0. And before we even get into the first half analysis, let's have a little look. So, Mo, what was it you said? So, the last free kick goals for Manchester City were 2020. So, this is the top 10, right? This is the top 10 of the last 10 City free kick goals, right? Against Chelsea on the 25th of the 6th, 2020. Against Bournemouth on the 15th of the 7th, 2020. Against Crystal Palace on the 17th of the 1st, 2021. Against Leicester on the 29th of the 10th, 2022. Against Everton on the 14th of the 5th, 2023. And against Wolves on the 3rd of the 9th, 2023. Then we've got on the 3rd of the 4th, 2024. The 25th of the 4th, 2024. And the 12th of the 4th, 2025, which obviously was Crystal Palace in a 5-2 win. So yeah, we have scored 5 5 free kicks in the last 3 years. How many free kicks has Dominic Szoboszlai scored this season? I want to say it's at least 4. So that's actually crazy work. Crazy work. That is crazy business from the boys. I'm going to quickly run to the toilet, and then we'll do some halftime analysis. Then we'll do some crazy halftime analysis. I've actually just turned my light off because I've hit it with my shoulder as I've walked in my room because I'm smart. Right, so City 2, Palace 0. What are we saying on that first half, lads? What we saying? Chat, give me some insight on that first half. What are we saying? How's everyone feeling about that first half? How we? No, why is that not playing from my headphones? Because I was just making sure. Right, what are we saying on that first half? Because I do think our all-round play has been good, right? You know, I think our all-round play has been good, but I thought our chance creation, was very, very sloppy up until the first goal, and then we kind of switched it up a gear. You know, our combination play was a lot better. We weren't just knocking it side to side, waiting for Palace to gift us an opening. We were trying to force an opening. We did that. We got the first goal, and then we got the second one as well. So I think we've been decent, but I kind of wish we saw a bit better going forward in the sort of first like 15-20 minutes. But you know, you can't really complain when you're 2-0 up in the first half with a heavily rotated team. So get the job done here, move on. Hopefully, you know, get another goal, kill off the game 3-0 in the second half. You know, set our sights for Saturday, win the FA Cup, and then who knows what will happen in the league? Who knows? But just, you know, but I think Foden as well, you know, I was asking for that big Foden performance before the game, and he's not disappointed, bro. Again, like, I think in the midfield he's been a bit lightweight, you know, he's lost the ball very, very easily. He's been pickpocketed quite easily a few times in the first half, but he's come away with 2 assists in the first half, and I don't think he's been too bad. I honestly don't think, like, this performance with him and Bernardo in the pivot has been a lot better than I was expecting, if I'm honest, really. But that first Foden assist is disgusting. Like, absolutely disgusting. The second one's good, but the first one's just unreal. Like, so good. So good. This, like, it's all round good as well. Like, you've got Bernardo. Yeah, he finds the pass to Nunes. Nunes, one touch, bam, straight into Foden. One touch, back heel. Doesn't even look at Semenyo. He just knows he knows the gaps there. So Bernardo picks it up. Nunes, look, one touch, drags Lerma out of position, taps it round to Foden. Foden quickly scans, looks where Semenyo is, and then when he picks up the ball, doesn't need to look again. Just quick back heel into the space. Semenyo runs onto it, and the finish, the first time finish. That's a natural finisher's finish. Like, you can't teach Savinho how to do that. You can't teach Doku how to do that. That's what Savinho brings to the team. You know, there's only certain players in the world, yeah, that have that killer instinct that can take a shot like that with such confidence. That is not an easy finish, but he made it look so easy. And there's like 3 players, maybe 4 players in our squad that can do that. Right, and none of them are the other wingers in the squad. So that's why we bought Semenyo. People want to always talk about his on-the-ball ability, but moments like that is why he's in the team. And the second goal, man, like Foden, again, finds himself in so much space. He's drifting between Hughes and Lerma, and then he just kind of peels off. Lacroix doesn't pick him up, right? The ball comes over from Yoskau. He just dinks it over to Marmoush, and the spin Marmoush does to get away from Mitchell, originally, I'm like, it's really, really good movement, right? But I think he's kind of let the ball roll too far, and you see Savinho running onto it. But he somehow is able to get the spin off, right? So he spins Mitchell once, and then needs to turn his body again after retrieving the ball. Again, hits it first time, through two players' legs, hits Dino's foot. He can't keep it out, and it goes in the back of the net. And again, like I said with that Savinho shot, that Semenyo shot and that Semenyo goal, that's not an easy finish, right? You can't teach players how to do that. That's just natural goal-scoring instinct. And that's what Savinho... I need to stop saying his name. Semenyo, Marmoush, and Haaland have, right? That's what those three have. And that's why, even though they might all be sort of lacking in many areas, whereas I don't think Marmoush is great on the ball. I don't think his attack position is great. I think he finds himself offside quite often. You know, I don't think Semenyo is great on the ball. And sometimes I think Haaland's movement in the box could be lazy. But that's why you need to always have at least one of the three of those players on the pitch, because that natural goal-scoring instinct goes a long, long way. It goes a long, long way. And that was two very, very nice finishes and two very, very lovely assists from Phil. And my goat might be back. My goat might actually be back. Yeah, nah, Romsey, that's it, bro. You're getting Romsey. You're getting hit with the 30 minutes, bro. I'm not even. Romsey, you're getting hit straight with the 30 minutes. Do you think we may get 70 mil from Omar in the summer? I don't want to sell him. How do you feel? Thing is, right, again, the thing with Marmoush is, yeah, if we can get profit from Marmoush, I think we should cash in on Marmoush. But if we're gonna sell him for a loss, we shouldn't. Like, I think that's you know, isn't like a crazy thing to say. Like, obviously, Marmoush is a very, very good backup to have, right? But if someone is gonna offer us more than what we paid for Marmoush, I think we have to sell him, because he's good enough to start for a big team in Europe. He's definitely good enough to start. He doesn't get enough game time, so his match sharpness isn't always great. And sometimes when he comes into the team after not playing 3, 4, 5 games in a row, he's a bit rusty, and then he gets instantly taken back out the team for Haaland, right? Yeah, I think if we can get a profit from Marmoush, and a decent profit from Marmoush, I think we should cash in. But like, ideally, I wouldn't want to see him go. But like, if we're getting offered 70 million, then do you know what I mean? 100% has to go. But you know, depends what you guys think, really, because like, I think he's really, really good. But I mean, because how much did we actually buy him for? I always forget the exact fee. I want to say it was 63. So 59 million. We sold him for 59 million. So we sell him for 70. That's obviously 11 profit, right? Which is decent, right? And I don't think his value is going to go up that much. And I could see Barca getting either a Marmoush or Alvarez at a 2. I think Alvarez at Barcelona, I think that was always the one I had in mind. I always saw Alvarez as like as the Lewandowski long-term replacement. But you know, Marmoush again, like, is the same as Alvarez. Like, I like them both. I do very much like them both, but like, when the profit's there to be made, like, you've got to be ruthless. Oh, if it's a loan, then they can get stuffed, bro. Like, there's no point loaning them out. That is actually stupid. It's either you keep him or you sell him. You don't loan him out, right? Because it's not like he's like... It's not like he's causing issues in the squad. It's not like he's not, you know, putting in the hard work. It's not like he's, you know, got an attitude problem. So, like, you wouldn't loan... You only loan a player out if you have to, right? You only loan players out if you have to. I mean, you look at Grealish, you look at Phillips, you look at Cancelo, right? Nah, bro. Why do you, Ramsey? Why do you have so many accounts, bro? I bet you any money you've just made that account, bro. I bet you any money you've just made that account. Yeah, you've literally just made that account, bro. You've literally just went and made a YouTube account just to get back in this chat. Nah, what is wrong with you, bro? What is wrong with you? You're taking the time to go and make a YouTube account, bro. Nah, that's a permanent timeout, bro. That is a permanent timeout, bro. You've got too much time on your hands. How have you went out? How have you actually went out and sat there and made a new YouTube account? Nah, Ramsey, you're sick, bro. You're so poorly, bro. I wouldn't sell him to Villa for a big fee, no. Because Villa are on the cusp of competing. Like, you don't want to sell a player of Marmoush's quality for you don't want to sell a player of Marmoush's quality to a direct rival, right? And although people might be like, oh, Villa aren't a direct rival, they're a Premier League team and they're on the cusp of competing at the top level, right? Of course, they're like, you know, like players like Jesus and Zinchenko, right? I kind of get it, yeah. Like they obviously raised the level of Arsenal, but they weren't going to be complete game changers at the top level, and we learned that. Whereas Marmoush, he will be a game changer at the top level. So giving him to a team that are like close to competing with us for silverware across the board, yeah, that would be crazy work if we did that. That'd be absolutely diabolical transfer business if we sold him to Villa. I think, like they'd have to play 100 plus. They'd have to play 100 plus. Like they'd 100% have to play 100 plus if they wanted Marmoush. 100% have to play 100 plus. Oh, nah. What is wrong with you? Nah. No, I think Pep and Vienna logically accept 70 mil, but it depends on his World Cup as well. I think it's the thing with players like Marmoush playing for Egypt. Yeah, I think like that's one of those where it's like it's very, very difficult to judge whether a player has a good World Cup. What am I actually trying to do? I'm trying to do something. I think I've pressed the wrong button. I think I've just pressed the wrong button. I'm trying to do too much. I've pressed the wrong button. What's on there? I'm trying to do too much. Oh, why are my AirPods not connecting to the blooming computer? What am I looking for? I'm actually looking for a... Where is it? Where is it I'm looking for? Am I going mad? Alright, second half is about to start though. Yudi, that's like the issue is he looks more like you than he's even built like you, bro. You can't say he looks like Ramsey, he looks like you. Like, he actually looks like you. So you can't say that he looks like Ramsey when he actually looks like you. And we're back underway at the Etihad. 2-0 to City. What's the second half got for me? Hopefully more of the same. Hopefully more of the same. Oh, okay. I think it's in here. It is in here. I want to say it's in here. No, I'm going mad, sorry. What is it? Oh, blimey. I'm actually trying to do too much right now. I can't multitask. Hey, Nori, I was about to say beat Chris Richards, and then he completely just straight fell to the floor afterwards. So he did not beat Chris Richards. I lied. So free kick though, which I'm not actually overly convinced that I think that was a free kick. But it was given as one nonetheless. Now I got Nunes. That's going to go out for a City corner. Am I going mad? Like, I'm actually, like, I've lost the plot. Okay. Bro, I'm still trying to work out how to do this. Oh, is it in here? Oh no. What's going on, bro? Palace having a little spell of possession. Lerma's passes to Pino's in an offside position. That should be a free kick to City now. Yoskal to Semenyo. Now Savinho. Savinho goes long to Marmoush in the channel, but it looks like, yeah, it's going to go straight through to Henderson. Thought so. He wins the aerial duel with Mata. Now it's Ain't Nori. He's tackled by Richards. Let's go out for a City throw. One more goal, City. Get my bet to come in, and then just a nice little clean sheet. Marmoush. Then Lacroix puts it out for a corner. Nice. Corner this time to be taken by Ryan, Ain't Nori. What's he got for me, man? What's he got for me? Get this one in the box, Ryan. Gehi ready in the box. Is he going to score against his former club? Ain't Nori on the corner. Comes straight in. It's cleared out. Only as far as Kusanov. I thought Foden was going to get there, but he was pulled back by Mitchell. And then City want to restart by going back to Donnarumma. Now it's Kusanov. Silva. Kusanov. Kusanov. Nunez. Gehi. Now Nunez. Savinho just about keeps the ball after trying to hit the Cruyff turn. Now it's Vardiol to run into space. He had Semenyo and Aït-Nouri ahead of him. He goes for Semenyo, but it's again intercepted by Richards. So I think he's actually had a decent game today, Chris Richards, for Palace, despite conceding 2 goals. Now it's Foden, Vardiol, Bernardo, Kusanov, Bernardo again, Foden, Kusanov. Now Savinho. That's brilliant by Savinho. Now it's Foden. Now it's Marmoush. Savinho's still on the floor. He's quickly back up to his feet after seeing Marmoush still has the ball. And he goes back to Kusanov. Kusanov switch it out to Aït-Nouri, who brings it down past Nunez for Joskar Vardiol. But his touch is only enough to take it out for a throw-in. And the referee is brandishing a yellow card. I'm not too sure for who. It was for Tyreek Mitchell. So Tyreek Mitchell was on a yellow for his foul on Savinho. Which, to be fair, yeah, that's definitely a yellow card. On further inspection, that is definitely a yellow card. I actually agree with that. The 6th yellow of the season for Tyreek Mitchell. Aït-Nouri, Bernardo. Back to Henderson. Lerma. Mitchell. Munoz forward. It's intercepted by Bernardo. Then goes to Foden, who's back to Bernardo. Now it's Joskar. Tell you what, Joskar recovered quickly, man. Like, even like today, this first game back, and he looks so sharp. It's a really, really good recovery from Joskar. Bernardo. Now Kusanov. Gehi. Vardiol. Now Gehi. Nunez. Savinho. Inside to Marmoush. And it's tackled by Lerma. Now it's Will Hughes. He's tackled by Savinho. Now Foden. It goes back to Lacroix. It's really scrappy in the midfield at the moment. Neither team want to take a good touch and sort of control the ball. But now it's Will Hughes. He goes to Richards. Munoz in front of him. And then he's back to Richards as well. There's not many passes on forward for Palace here. So they're going to keep possession and pass it around the back. With Canvot. Now he goes to Richards and he's going to switch it back out to Munoz. He's back to Richards as well because Aït-Nouri and Vardiol are very quick on the press every time the Colombian picks up the ball on that Palace right hand side. Now it's Lacroix. Munoz. This time he's got space to try hit the whipped cross. He does towards Mateo, who does bring it down for Johnson, who tries to knock it around Bernardo and can't, and now City come away with the ball. Rashford is available for around 26 million. Would you? He wouldn't come to City. Lerma now, and then that's a good tackle by Kusanov. Now it's Foden. Foden goes long for Marmoush to chase, and then Dean Henderson gets there first, and he heads it forward to Richards. Rashford wouldn't come to City. Rashford would definitely not come to City. I could never see that happening. I don't think you wouldn't see Rashford play for City. He's United through and through. As much as like things haven't worked out well for him in the club as of recent, like he's still United through and through, and he wouldn't come to City. He 100% would not come to City. Big him up though for the La Liga title. That was a brilliant free kick in the Clásico. Lacroix. Forward to in search of Mateo, but it's intercepted by Kusanov, and now it's Semenyo with the awful first touch. Lerma. He's this time tackled by Semenyo. Now it's Foden out to Savinho. He cuts inside and back to Foden. Now Savinho again. Back to Nunes. Now Foden again. Silva. Marmouche. Back to Silva. Ain't Nori. Gehi. Marmouche. Now Vardio. Bernardo Silva heads it out to Ain't Nori. Bernardo Silva. Gehi. Again, we're not seeing much in the way of chance creation, but we're keeping the ball and we're looking quite relaxed. Touch wood, that continues. We're not really panicking around the back like we've seen ourselves do in the second half of a lot of games this season. Now it's Savinho. He drops it back to Nunes. Nunes goes for the first time cross into Vardio. Makes itself via deflection all the way out to Ain't Nori, who crosses it. He goes for the cross. Munoz sees it out and it's going to be another corner for City. Subs getting ready to come on for City. Nathan Ake and Doku look to be coming on. I can imagine they're going to be for Savinho and Vardio, I imagine. But we're going to take the corner first. Corner's going to be taken first for City. It looks like Ain't Nori's going to be on it again, I do believe. Oh, it's Nunes. Ake's coming on for Nunes. Oh, and Doku's coming on for Vardio. So that means Ain't Nori at left back. Ake at right back, I guess, or Ake centre back and Kusanov right back. Yeah, but you know, good first half from Yoskal. Good first 54, like basically an hour. Good first hour from Yoskal back from injury. I thought, you know, he got back up to the speed of the game really well, especially after being out for so long. Yeah, because he's out for 3 months. Like, you know, big up Yoskal. I thought it was a really, really good performance for him today, back in the team. So yeah, big up Yoskal. It was really good to see him back. But now, Doku, what have you got for me, bro? What have you got for me? I might actually put. What are the odds on Doku to score? Now that he's back on. Now he's on the pitch. Come on, let me look at the odds before I actually like this corner's taken. Because if he scores now, Semenyo, Doku. Where's Doku? Oh, you can't even put it on because he's not. The app hasn't updated, so I can't put money on Doku to score. I have to restart the app, I think. Gehi. Ake. Right, Doku. To score the third, £12 back. Anytime, £7. You know, do I put £1 on Doku to score next? Yeah, fuck it. I've put money on Doku to score next. Kusanov. Foden. Semenyo, don't score Semenyo. Square it to Phil. Ain't Nori. Marmouche. Doku. Go on, turn and shoot, Doku. Turn and shoot, turn and shoot, turn and shoot. I know you want to. Marmouche. Marmouche shoots and it's wide. Goal kick. It's a good move from City. Good, very, very good move from City. Again, some of these 1-2s I'm seeing at the moment from City is really impressive. We're moving the ball a lot quicker than we usually do. And again, huge improvement again from like what the first half an hour of this game before we scored, where we were moving the ball really slowly. Ismail Assar, Strand Larson, and Adam Wharton looking to come on for, I'm going to guess, Jeremy Pino, Will Hughes, and I don't know who Sarr will be coming on for. Mateta. Oh no, because Strand Larson. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, that makes sense. So Pino, Hughes, and Mateta off for Strand Larson, Wharton, and Ismail Assar. Love Ismail Assar. I always thought he was really good, especially when he was at Watford as well. I was a big fan of Ismail Assar. Lacroix. Richards. Gahey. Now Bernardo Silva. He's being chased down by Saar, but he gets there first and he hits it forward towards Doku. Chris Richards gets there first. Now it's Wharton. Now it's Lerman. We can't let these subs give Palace more momentum because they've brought 3 very, very good players on, 3 game changers on, and we basically can't let Wharton like stamp his authority on this game. We've got to keep that on lock. Foden and Bernardo need to keep that on lock. Keep a lid on things there. Like nothing crazy needs to be happening from Adam Wharton right now. Now it's Sven Larsson. He goes for that and it's straight to Donnarumma. Here's Semenyo up the other end. He drops it back to Savinho. Now inside to Phil. Phil goes for the switch out to Doku. Go on, Doku. Go for goal, Doku. Go on. Doku, you score right now and I get like £27. So like, you know, that's your incentive to score, Doku. Keep up that good run of form. Bump up the goal difference in case it comes into play. You know, anything could happen. And yeah. Kusanov. Go for the switch. And when he goes back to Gahey. So yes, Ake left back. Wait, what is going on here? So we've got Gahey and Ake. Oh no, it is Aït-Nouri left back. Yeah, sorry. So, Ake centre back with Gahey, and then Kusanov right back and Aït-Nouri left back. Yeah, that is correct. Sorry, Ake's position was throwing me off, but it's obviously because Bernardo dropped deep. Bernardo, that's a horrid pass. Mitchell tries to get the beating of Savinho and is able to pump the ball forward to Strandler. Bernardo, no. Now it's just Myla Saar. And it's a very, very weak shot. Very, like, Bernardo's just done his best Gahey impression with that pass back. Like, it's a poor pass from Strand Larsen. Bernardo picks it up with ease, and then he just plays it straight into the path of Ismaila Sarr, who luckily shoots a very tame shot at Donnarumma, who had, you know, not much to do there, but Bernardo's a lucky boy. Sarr scores that, and we're back into panic mode like we were against Everton. Kusanov, his pass intercepted. Now it goes back to Foden, and he finds Savinho. Go on, lads, we definitely do need a goal to kill this off. Semenyo takes a touch around Lacroix, gets it in for the cross, goes out all the way to the left to Doku. Which way is he going to go? Looks like to go on the outside, then he shifts to the inside. Now he goes to Aït-Nouri on the outside. Now it's Doku. Again, Ake, back out to Doku. He's got Sarr and Muniz marking him, and he's got Wharton and Richards to beat if he goes past those two. So he recycles it back to Ake, and now it's Gahey. Foden. That's a foul, surely. Never mind. It's not being blown. And that one's going to be a foul on Foden for Foden on Lerma, and that's going to be a free kick to Palace. Lacroix, Munoz, Richards. See, again, Foden, I think was good in the first half, and I thought he was good when he came on against Brentford, so hopefully, like, I'm not going to say anything too soon, but I think Foden might be back. But again, only time will tell. Only been basically a full game because it's 2 halves. But anyway, 64 minutes into this match, still 2-0 to City. Neither team's really seen that many chances on goal in the second half. The best chance has been that Ismaila Sarr chance that he hit tamely straight at Donnarumma after a huge mistake from Bernardo Silva. But now it's Gahey, Kusanov, Savinho. He goes for the pass inside to Foden, but that one's intercepted. Now Lerma, he goes forward to Strand Larsen, and the referee believes he's been fouled by Gahey, and it's going to be a free kick to Palace again. Wharton on the free kick. Wharton whips it forward in search of Lerma, back stick really, but it's went seen all the way out for a goal kick. Ake to take the goal kick, because obviously we can't trust Donnarumma with a ball at his feet. Now he goes straight to Donnarumma, and now it's Gehi. Gehi with a lovely forward pass into the pocket for Semenyo. Now it's Foden. Back to Gehi. Who swung forward in search of Marmoush, but Wharton picks that ball up uncontested. Then he looks for a dink through ball to Strand Larsen. Norwegian doesn't react quick enough and it goes straight through to Gianluigi. He rolls it out quickly to Bernardo Silva, who's got space to move forward into. Semenyo in the pocket. He does well to hold up the ball, and now here comes City. Savinho. Foden. He looks to switch it out to Aït-Nouri, takes a few touches, then drifts inside, then goes back to Kusanov. Now it's Gehi. Ake. Bernie. Ake again. Again, not much opening up here for City at all. So it's going to be sideways passes for a while. Pass on to Savinho. It's blocked by Johnson. That's going to be a throw into City. Bernardo. Now it's Donnarumma. Now it's Gehi. Gehi with a long ball over the top in search of Marmoush, but Lacroix heads it down. Only as far as Semenyo, who gets it to Aït-Nouri. Now Doku. Bernardo Silva. Aït-Nouri. Now Ake. Doku. Back to Ake. He's pressed quickly by Munoz. Ake back to Doku. Doku spins, then tries to get the pass through to Semenyo, but once again Chris Richards is there to intercept. Wharton. Lerma. He has a crazy back pass, but Lacroix is going to get there ahead of Semenyo, and now it's Richards. His pass into the middle is intercepted originally by Bernardo Silva, and then won back again by Foden. Now it's Savinho. That pass back to Foden is not very good, and Lacroix wins the ball back for Palace. Now it's Wharton. That's a brilliant ball out to Brennan Johnson. Can Kusanov get there? He cannot, but he does rush across from Johnson, who puts out straight for a goal kick. That's a brilliant. I was literally just about to say Wharton's got Brennan Johnson ahead of him, and then he just hit out a joke of a Trivela pass out to him. I'd say maybe it's a little overhit because the bounce takes it out of the path of Johnson, but like to find him with that nonetheless is a joke. Now it's Bernardo. Gehi. Kusanov. Now Savinho. Kusanov. Bernardo Silva. Just around 70 minutes played here at the Etihad. Still 2-0. Foden. Savinho. Kusanov. Gehi. Still Gehi. He goes inside to Marmoush. His back heel's interceptor. Aït-Nouri is intercepted by Wharton. Now it's Munoz. Wharton. Sarr. And now it's Bernardo Silva. Helps it back to Donnarumma. City can restart now. Aït-Nouri. Ake. Gay. Ake. Donnarumma. 20 minutes left to play at the Etihad, still 2-0. Donnarumma plays a decent ball out to Kusanov there, to be fair, who cushions it down for Foden, who turns, fires it out to Ignori. That's Bernardo Silva. Gehi. Kusanov. Kusanov goes for the cross. It's flicked out by Lacroix, but now it's Doku. He goes for the cross. Again, it's headed out by Lacroix, and now it's Sarr to break for Palace. He puts it back to Munoz, who now finds Wharton, who now switches it out to Mitchell, who's got Johnson ahead of him, who's offside, and it's going to go straight back to Donnarumma. We've played the offside trap quite well today, actually. Very, very well. As Palace have been caught offside a few times now. Ake. Hooks one forward into the channel for Mamouche, but it's going to go out of play for a Palace throw-in. Corner now to Palace. After I just had to send out a slightly harshly worded tweet. Johnson had to take the corner for Palace. Nothing crazy, Donnarumma, bro. Remember this. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy, GG, please. Johnson on the corner. Oh, he's caught another one, ladies and gentlemen! No way! 2 corner catches in a row. Then he rolls it out quickly to Foden, who finds Doku out on the left, who can advance forward. He's got Aït-Nouri on the overlap. Decides to then turn inside and then go back to Nathan Ake. But nah! Donnarumma's claimed 2 corners today. 2! What am I seeing? Foden. Savinho. And then Mitchell does well, and it's going to be a throw into City. It's going to be another change for Palace, though. It looks like Brian Johnson's going to be coming off for Kamada. Nah, don't say that, bro. Don't jinx it like that, bro. He's having a good game. Let him have a good game in peace. Just let him have a good game in peace. We don't need to, like... We don't need to manifest a mistake. We can hate him in our free time, not in the... Not during the game. Kovacic is getting ready to come on. Alongside, I actually can't tell who that is that's tying his laces. Is that Rayan? I actually don't know who that is that's tying their laces. Throw-in taken by Nunes into Semenyo's first touch is straight into Mitchell, and then Palace can get it forward. But Ake sends it back to Donnarumma, and City can restart again. Donnarumma, Gehi. Donnarumma. Forward now towards Semenyo. And then it's knocked down. Now it's Wharton. He's dispossessed by Semenyo. Now it's Gahey. Foden. Still Foden. He finds the ball back to Donnarumma, who hoofs it forward. Now it's Wharton again. It really changes the game for Palace, and you can see why he's so important to them. And you can see why he's highly rated. Like, he's an excellent player, and the way he's sort of changed the way they play in the midfield, like, so quickly, it just evident to how much of a quality talent that he is. Now here's Kusanov. Still Kusanov. That's a crazy third touch from Kusanov. But Savinho retrieves the ball. Now it's Kusanov again. Savinho. And now Palace get it clear. Only as far as Ake, who can restart. Oh no, it goes to Donnarumma. My apologies. Gahey. Kusanov. Now it's all the way back again to Ake, who goes back to Donnarumma. Oh. Tell you what, we're 2-0 up, so I don't care too much about 8 coming on. Like, having 8 come on when we need to keep the lead is actually a good thing. When we need to retrieve the league, now we don't need. Semenyo, man, what is that? Yeah, but when we need to regain the lead, Kovacic coming on isn't great. When we need to keep the lead, it's the perfect player to come on. It's a bit like Grealish. But now, Semenyo, that pass is actually atrocious, bro. Like, you actually need to rethink a lot. Richards. Lacroix. Throw into City. We're going to finally make our changes? I imagine so. Yeah, it's Ryan Cherki coming on for Omar Mamouche. And I'm going to guess Kovacic is coming on for Bernardo, but maybe Phil. No, he's coming on for Bernardo Silva. Omar Mamouche, second goal scorer of tonight, makes way for Ryan Cherki. And our captain, Bernardo Silva, makes his way off the pitch for Kovacic. Meaning Ake is now our captain for the rest of this fixture. Eight Nori. Foden. 8 Nori. That's a bit of a crazy switch. Hopefully Kusanov can get there. He does. His touch is a bit wayward, but he's able to fire the ball into Cherki, whose first touch gets away from him, but it's retrieved by Kovacic. Forward to Semenyo, and Richards is going to get there, but Savinho retrieves it. Can City get a third here? Savinho. Kusanov. Foden. Kovacic. Savinho. Kusanov. Gahey. That's Ake. Doku. Gahey. Kusanov again. 10 minutes of normal time left of this game in the Etihad. Still 2-0 to City. Hopefully we can get one more. Donnarumma. Donnarumma! Commanders has been booked for simulation in the box, as the ref does not believe that Kovacic has fouled him. But I can imagine VAR are going to have a look. Donnarumma, though, what is that? What is that, Donnarumma? Let's actually have a little look at this again. Yeah, no, that's a clear dive. That is a crazy dive from Kamada. No contact on him by Kovacic. The ref's done really well there to give that one as a dive. But Donnarumma, bro, you've gone mental. Donnarumma, you've gone so mad. Nah, Donnarumma, bro, you've gone mental. Nah, I can't believe he's done that. John Stones is getting ready to come on, and Nathaniel Klein is coming on for Muniz. And it's Foden going to be making way for Johnny Stones. That Donnarumma, bro, why did you do that? Big up Foden, no? Big up Foden. Good performance from him today. Nice, tidy performance. Right, the goal kick's finally been taken by Donnarumma, who's absolutely lost his marbles. Ball over the top for Strand Larsen. He brings it down. He shoots and it's over the bar. Goal kick. Bro, let's look at that again. Again, it's Wharton. First time over the top ball. Good, very, very good touch by Strand Larsen, and he's kind of let himself down with a finish there. But again, Wharton showing why he's a joke of a player, man. Like, we need to hurry up and get his signature. Ake. Doku. Just misses Kovacic, but now it's Ake. Now it's Kovacic. Gehi. Kusanov. Now it's Rayan Shirky. He beats the tackle of Wharton. It's still Shirky. He's got Stones ahead of him, Savinho ahead of him, but it's still Shirky. Then he finds Savinho, and Savinho shoots! 3-0! Rayan Shirky's the man. Doku might not get the third goal, but I still get the money for City scoring in both halves. And it's 3-0. Shirky assist. Savinho goal. Now, what more could you ask for, man? What more could you ask for? So that's a good finish by Savinho as well. That's a very, very good finish. And Shirky does so well. Shirky does so well. Oh, Vipes, you're back in time, bro. You're back in time. So I made £14, I do believe now. Oh, my Doku next goal scorer obviously did not come in, which is quite sad. But yeah, Shirky carries the ball so well. And the pass to Savinho, who's onside, being played onside by Chris Richards, and the finish. Yeah, there we go. 3-0, game done and dusted. Yeah, that's a brilliant goal. Yeah, the pass is just... Yeah, it's a good finish. Very, very good finish. My goat, Shirky. Absolute goat. Absolute the goat. The one and only. The one and only goat. And now it's Kovacic. Stones. Ain't Nori. Shirky. Kovacic. He goes over the top for Semenyo, who brings it down, kind of, and then is dispossessed. Now it's Kovacic again. Shirky, Kovacic. Gehi. Savinho, Gehi. Kovacic. Kusanov. Now it's Shirky. Gehi. Kusanov again. Stones. Gahey. He dinks one over the top for Savinho, who brings it down and goes inside. And the cross leads to nothing, but it's Savinho again. Now it's Aït-Nouri. That's a crazy first touch from Aït-Nouri. And now it's Doku. He's dispossessed by Wharton. Now it's Strand Larsen, who loses out to Kovacic. Now it's Doku. Shirky. See Savinho again. This time he dinks it over to Savinho, and he just absolutely shanks the ball, and it goes out for a Palace goal kick. Now this Shirky performance, bro, he's lost his mind. He's so good. So good. So we're up on goal difference. So if by some miracle Arsenal draw to Burnley and we beat Bournemouth, we'll go top of the league. By some miracle. So absolute miracle on Monday Night Football. If Arsenal drop points on Monday Night Football and we play on Tuesday against Bournemouth, things could get tasty. Things could get tasty. Will that be the scenario? No. But, you know. Semenyo again. Bro, Semenyo, please stop picking up the ball in tight spaces. I can't keep watching it happen. I can't. I can't keep watching it happen. Got 3 minutes or 2 minutes of of normal time. Now Wharton's just tripped over the ball and then been dispossessed. Now it's Shirky. Still Rayan Shirky. Ref says play on. Still Shirky. He finds Semenyo, who once again trips over the ball at his own feet and is dispossessed. And now it's Wharton. Lofts one over the top for Strand Larsen to chase into the channel. Yeah, he's going to get there first. No, he isn't. Strand Larsen's going to get there first, but he takes a touch out of play and it's going to be a goal kick. Glasner does not look impressed. He does not look impressed at all. Kovacic, Savinho, Stones, Shirky, Aït-Nouri, Doku. Still Doku. He goes inside to Aït-Nouri, who just about keeps the ball and skims Chris Richards. Still Aït-Nouri, who just about keeps it on the pitch, but it goes straight through to Dean Henderson's hands. Kovacic over the top for Savinho. It's intercepted. And now Lacroix takes a touch round Kovacic. Now it's Lerma. He goes through to Strand Larsen, who originally looked offside, but then he finds Ismail Assar, who shoots and is straight at Donnarumma. But I do believe Strand Larsen was offside originally. Not too sure though, but it doesn't matter because Donnarumma's got the ball. We've got 5 additional minutes at the Etihad today. Donnarumma, Kovacic, Shirky. Is it mad that I'm watching Stones ahead of Shirky on the pitch right now? Kusanov. Now it's Kovacic. Ake, Doku, Kovacic, Doku, Shirky. He switches it out to Savinho, who has pulled up injured while trying to make it to that ball. It looks like he's got cramp in his calf, I'm going to guess. He does indeed have cramp in his calf. So Savinho is going to waste a valuable few seconds on the floor as he's relieved of his cramp by, I believe that was John Stones. Savinho is back up on his feet just about, and he looks like he's going to walk it off for the next 4 minutes. Mitchell with the throw. That's Lerma, who was fouled by Kusanov. It's going to be a free kick to Palace again. Henderson. He goes long in search of Strand Larsen, who's beat to the ball by Ake. Now it's Wharton. Lerma. His header to Wharton's intercepted by Shirky. Now it's Semenyo. Shirky, who was fouled by Lerma, and it's going to be a free kick to City. 2 minutes of the additional 5 left to play. Still 3-0 to City. Shirky. Kovacic. Nori. Kovacic, Nori again. Shirky, his pass intercepted by Lacroix, but it's still back with City with Kovacic. Gehi. Kusanov. Stones. Yeah, we're just going to see this one out now. Nice few calm passes around the back. Nothing to stress. Kovacic. Shirky. He goes for the pass inside to Semenyo, who is just about going to get there first in front of Mitchell. And now he lays it off to Savinho, who runs straight into a defender. But now it's still Nori. Now it's Doku shoots, blocked by Klein. Shirky brings it down nicely. Still Shirky. Still Shirky. He finds Nori. Now it's back to Kovacic. Doku. How have City still got the ball here? Doku. Shirky. Nori. What a touch by Nori. Still Nori. Kovacic, that's a brilliant pass out to Semenyo, and his first touch once again lets him down. And it's cleared by Mitchell for a City throw-in. Savinho faking an injury just for a standing ovation because he had a good game. I don't think he's even had that good of a game, if I'm honest. I think he just scored. I wouldn't say he's had a great game. Man of the match, Phil Foden, of course. Kusanov. He's dispossessed. But then Strand Larsen loses out briefly to Kovacic. And then Wharton comes away with the ball. Now it's Kamada. He makes his way into the City box. Kamada shoots. It's deflected off Stones and will go out for a corner. Or is that a goal kick? No, corner. Surely a corner, yeah. If I say that definitely came off Stones. Kamada on the corner. 5 minutes of additional time has already been played, so I guess there's probably going to be about a minute and a half left due to stoppages. Donnarumma! Bournemouth claimed a third corner of the match. And he throws it out quickly to Doku, who should have the beating of Klein in a foot race, and he does. Now it's Doku one-on-one with Klein. Still and he's tackled by Klein. That's peak. But the ref blows for full time. City are 3-0 victors at home to Crystal Palace. So, if Burnley pull off a miracle on Monday Night Football and get at least a point, City can go top of the league if we win against Bournemouth on Tuesday. Obviously, we've got a huge cup final to come before that game. And, you know, we all know that Arsenal are going to win at Burnley. Like, there's no point holding our breaths, right? But we can dream. We can dream. We could, if things go our way, by Wednesday, we could be top of the Premier League with a game to go. And FA Cup champions. Do I think that's going to be the case? No. But a man can dream. A man can definitely dream. So if you guys have enjoyed the stream, please do like the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Of course, I'm going to have my match reaction video coming out just after this stream ends. So please do stick around for that. And yeah, I've been Nathan. Thanks for tuning into the stream.